Radha Sinha from Careers Catalyst, and today I'm here with first chapter of class 9 CBSE, that is matter in our surrounding. This chapter is very simple, only we need to understand some basic concept of this chapter, so it will be obviously very simple. So let's start the chapter. At first, the chapter's name is matter in our surroundings, so let's discuss about matter first. What is matter? So I'm going to write here the definition of matter first here. What is matter? Okay, matter is actually anything in your surrounding which occupies some space and have some mass. Anything in your surrounding which occupies some space and will have some mass also can be defined as what? Matter. So this is the definition, very simple definition of matter. Matter is what? Anything, okay, that occupies space, anything that occupies space and have some mass. Got it? So this is the definition of matter. Anything in your surrounding which will occupy some space and will have some mass also, you can identify that substance as matter. Now, how will we identify whether the substance is matter or in matter? Means to say not a matter. So it's very simple to identify. If it is occupying a space and will have some mass, then we will say it is a matter. And there are lots of things which will not even occupy space and will not have some mass. So we will define that substance as immatter or not a matter. So what are that example? Matter के तो बहुत सारे example है. Anything in your surrounding that you can observe, obviously it will occupy some space and will have some mass also. So table, bench, chair, whatever in your home that is occupying space, you can identify that all as matter. Fine. But what about immatter? जो कि matter नहीं है. How can we identify that? That also very simple. जैसे कि smell. You are not able to visualize that, of course, and of course it is not occupying some space here. Smell, thinking, these all are the substance which is defined as what? Immatter. These all are the things which is defined as what? Immatter. Emotions, these all are what? Immatter. Fine. Okay. So in this chapter we are going to discuss about matter and its properties. So let's forget that part of immatter. Just focus on matter part. So matter is anything that occupies space and will have some mass. Now we will going to discuss here about the characteristic of matter and the types of matter which we observe in our surrounding, and obviously about the state of matter also one by one. So let's start our topic. Matter की definition तो clear है. Now we will discuss what are the characteristic of matter first, okay? But before that, matter is what? Matter is made up of particle. Anything that you observe in your surrounding is defined as matter. And how this matter made? It is made up by particles. As we know, each and every matter in our surrounding, whatever you are able to observe, is made up of a tiny particle. That tiny particle is defined as atoms and molecules, because as till we know, atom is the smallest unit of any matter. किसी भी matter का सबसे छोटा unit क्या होता है? Atom and molecule. So these are the term by which we can identify any matter in our surrounding is made up by small particles. Okay, so matter are made up by small particles. So this is also one of the characteristic of matter. So one by one we will discuss the characteristic of matter. In examination they ask you for the characteristic of matter. What are the characteristic of matter? And we need to explain that characteristic with an example. So we will discuss about that example also, that we are going to explain for that particular character. Okay. So this is the definition of matter that I am going to rub here. Now we will write the characteristic of matter. What are the characteristic of matter? At first I will write, there are 4 characteristics. At first I will write all the 4 characteristics and we will discuss about that all 4 characteristics one by one with example. So let's write all the 4 characteristics. Okay. The 4 characteristics of matter are, I am going to write here. First is, पहले हम लोग सारे कैरेक्टर्स लिखेंगे. Particles of matter are very, very small. This is the first characteristic. Particles of matter are very, very small. Now let's move to next characteristic. Next is particles of matter. Particles of matter have space between them. Okay, particles of matter have space between them. These are the characteristic that is very important that we are going to write here, and I am going to write here. Okay, so third characteristic, let's talk about third characteristic. Particles of matter are continuously moving. Particles of matter are continuously moving. We will discuss all the characteristic here one by one. At first I need to write all the characteristic. Okay, fourth is particles of matter always attract each other. Always attract each other. Fine. So these are the four characteristics that we are going to discuss here. At first, the first characteristic is particles of matter are very small. How can you prove the particles of matter are very small? For that we have an activity in our textbook. So by explaining that activity, you can identify or simply you can prove the particles of matter are very small. So I am going to discuss about that activity here. So let's rub these all remaining three that we will discuss later. At first we will talk about particles of matter are very small. Okay, particles of matter are very small means to say we want to define here जो particles हैं उसकी size काफी छोटी होती है, very small. How can we explain that? उसके लिए we will do one activity. Let's suppose I am taking a container, not one container, I am taking 4 container here. Okay, I am taking 4 container here. Now here we have 100 ml of water, here we have 90 ml of water, here we have 90 ml of water, and here also we have 90 ml of water. I am taking 4 container here, and we are putting 90 ml of water in all the 3 containers, and this container will have 100 ml of water. Now what we will do, we will take potassium permanganate, few amount of potassium permanganate. Okay, potassium permanganate, this is the formula of potassium permanganate. So that we are taking here. Whenever you will take this sample and that sample is put it in this particular container 1, you will see that after few minutes or after few time, this particular whole container will become colorful. Okay, this whole container will become what? Colorful, and the color of this solution will be purple. So this whole container will become colorful. Liquid water color is purple now. Fine. Now what we will do, we will take 10 ml of water from here. Only how much water? 10 ml of water we will take from here. That colorful water, yes, we will take from here. Now just put that 10 ml of water in next container. Okay, now this is just a colorful liquid, this is just a colorless liquid, it is water here. So it is just a colorless liquid. What we are doing, we are just removing 10 ml of water from this container which is colorful, which is purple in color. Now we are putting that 10 ml of water in this container. You will observe that this whole container will become colorful, no doubt. Here also the color of water will become purple. Fine. So now this will become what? Colorful, and the color is also here what? Purple. Fine. Now again we will repeat this same activity. Now this time we will remove 10 ml water from this container and will put in this one. यहाँ पर हम लोग क्या करेंगे? Again we will put 10 ml of water from this container. Now what we will see here also, we will see this will become what? Colorful. Even now if you are repeating this experiment one more time, then in 4th container also when you are putting 10 ml of colorful water, then this container will also become what? Colorful. Okay, this will also become colorful. So in all the 4 particular container, what we are observing, the color of solution changes here, then whole water will become colorful. What is the reason behind that? We can understand from here, this particular potassium permanganate, we are taking only few crystal of potassium permanganate. That potassium permanganate is splitting themselves millions of times, not 1, 2, 3, 4 times. It is splitting themselves how many times? Millions of times. When you put it here, it just break itself and completely this whole solution will become colorful. Now we are taking only few 10 ml of water and putting it to this container. What we are observing here also, this whole water will become colorful. That means what? The solution that we are taking from here is again splitting themselves millions of times, then only it will able to color this whole container. Fine. So we are increasing the volume here of water. हम लोग water का volume क्या कर रहे हैं? Increase कर रहे हैं. And all the time this particular potassium permanganate is able to split themselves millions of times, and because of that it is able to color that last container even. Now what will happen? Obviously the container will become colorful, but the strength of color, जो color का effect है, you can say the intensity of color, intensity of color जो है वो क्या हो जाएगी? Only it will decrease. Only the intensity of color will decrease, but still the whole container, the fourth container, will also completely become colorful. So this experiment shows that particles of matter are very small. It can split themselves millions of times because we are only taking few crystal of potassium permanganate and it is able to color these all four containers. Only what is going here? Only the intensity of color is reducing here. That's it. Otherwise it is able to break itself millions of times. That's why it is able to color even all the four containers, only by reducing its intensity. Why? Because you are reducing the amount of potassium permanganate also, no? Yeah, that's why. Otherwise it will split more and more times. So this experiment proved that particles of matter are very small. Now we will discuss about next characteristic. So just I'm going to rub this part. I think this is clear. This activity, this particular example is given in our textbook also. You can refer from there. You can learn from there. This is just a simple activity and no need to learn even actually. You can write with your by your own also. It's okay, no issue. You can write by own. Okay, only we need to understand which concept we are using there when you are writing any of example. Now we discussed about particles of matter are very small. Now we will discuss next topic or next characteristic that we have. What we have? Particles of matter have space between them. Particles of matter have space between them. It's very simple to identify. All particles of matter have space between them. See, we have three types of substance in our surrounding, right? But still, if we talk about the particles of matter have space between them, then we should have to take that state of matter in which you can easily identify there is lots of space. As we know, solid के पास सबसे least space होता है, right ना? Liquid में उससे थोड़ा ज़्यादा, and gases have lots of space in between them. So let's take an example of liquid because we are not able to visualize gas. So on the basis of that, we are not able to complete any experiment fruitfully, right? Okay, so we are taking here liquid. I'm taking a container here. Suppose there is a label that is marked up to 100 milliliters. Suppose it is filled with water up to mark how much? 100 milliliter. Now just take a spoon of sugar crystal. हम लोग यहाँ पर क्या ले रहे हैं? Sugar. Now just put this particular sugar in this container and stir it. What will happen? Obviously after stirring you will observe that sugar crystal will disappear and the whole solution will become clear. There is no residue at all when you will observe that after stirring sugar crystal. Fine. And also when you will check the level of water, it will remain 100 milliliter only. Even now there will be no changes in their water level. That means what? Obviously this particular liquid which we are taking here will have lots of space, and because of that space this sugar crystal will get disappeared in that. Fine now. Here sugar crystal is at first breaking itself, वो अपने आप को छोटा 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 बना रहा है, and after that it is too much small to even visualize, and it get mixed in this particular water. And as we know, liquid water has lots of space in between them, and that sugar crystal will get settled in that space which this liquid will have. Fine. So this is the example in which we are proving particles of matter have space between them, because the space that this particular liquid have is used to put this sugar crystal in between them. So this is the example which we can use, or which we can prove to identify matter have space between them. Now let's move to the third characteristic of third characteristic of matter. Third characteristic of matter is particles of matter are continuously moving. Particles of matter are continuously moving. Now, how can we prove particles of matter are continuously moving? Let's take first example जो हमने अभी लिया था. I have a container filled with water. I am taking a few crystal of potassium permanganate. Now just put this particular crystal in this solution. Okay, no need to stir it. Just put this particular potassium permanganate in this container which is filled with water. Now you will observe that after some time, of course you are not stirring this solution, so it will take some time, but after some time you will observe that this whole container will become colorful because of this potassium permanganate that we are putting here. So because of this potassium permanganate, this whole container will become colorful, and the color of solution will be purple, because potassium permanganate will get colored this particular container with purple. So this experiment proved that we are not stirring here, but still this potassium permanganate is mixing there. That means what? This liquid is continuously moving, that solid is also continuously moving. Only the rate of movement is very fast in case of gas, is quite slow in liquid, and it's very slow even though we are not able to identify there in solid. Fine, but still the particles of matter are continuously moving, and because of the movement of particles only we are able to mix this potassium permanganate in this liquid water without stirring it. We are not stirring at all, but still this potassium permanganate will get mixed by its own. We are not doing anything here. It will mix by its own, and this whole container of water will become colorful, and the color of water will purple. Fine. So this experiment you can write to prove particles of matter are continuously moving. Now let's move to next. That is fourth characteristic. Fine. Particles of matter का fourth characteristic. Particles of matter always attract each other. If you will observe that particles of matter जो हैं वो एक दूसरे को क्या करते हैं? Always attract करते हैं. So this is the fourth characteristic. Particles of matter always attract each other. Now how will we prove this? Because these all characteristics we need to explain with an experiment only. So particles of matter are always attract each other. If suppose I have a sample, suppose ये board है, if I want to hit it, so am I able to break this? No, definitely. Why? Because the particles of this particular solid board are actually attracting with each other with a very high force, and I am not able to break that force by hitting this. Fine. So because of that we are not able to break this. In case of liquid, if you will observe, if you have a liquid water and you are putting your hand there, then obviously you can move here and there. Why? Here also particles of matter are attracting, but the force of attraction is quite less, and because of that we are able to move or insert our hand inside. And in case of gas, if we will talk, तो गैस के बीच में particles के काफी सारे space होते हैं, and in that space you can put or you can move or you can wave your hand very easily. So in all these three cases we can observe that particles of matter जो है वो एक दूसरे को क्या करते हैं? Attract करते हैं. Attraction का rate will be very high in solid. That's why we are not able to hit, we are not able to break this board by hitting it. Okay, we are not able to insert or penetrate our hand here. Why? Because particles of matter are attracting each other. In case of liquid, in case of liquid, if suppose I have a glass of water and I'm just scattering that water on the surface, you will observe that if there is no slope, then you will observe that what will happen, the water will scatter, obviously, because you are just releasing in on the surface, but water will scatter, but up to a certain limit. After a certain limit, you will observe that water is not moving further. Why it is not moving further? Because भले ही वो liquid है, but still there is a force of attraction between the particles of that matter. Because of that, that is not allowing that water to move further, and it will just concentrate up to a particular area. After that, there will be no net movement further if there is no slope on your floor. Then, so that this example also you can take to prove particles of matter always attract each other. Fine. Okay, so these are the four characteristics that we discussed here. Particles of matter have space between them. Particles of matter are very, very small. Particles of matter always attract each other, and particles of matter are continuously moving. Fine. Now we will talk about the matter's characteristic and how can we divide matter in different group. Matter is actually on the basis of chemical properties and on the basis of physical properties can be divided into two groups. So let's talk about that. If on the basis of chemical properties you are categorizing matter, okay, if on the basis of chemical properties we are categorizing, then matter can be divided into three subgroups, that is element, second is compound, and third is mixture. This is the categorization of matter on the basis of chemical properties. This particular part we are going to discuss in our second chapter of chemistry. Now we will discuss about only the physical properties of matter in this chapter. So let's talk about physical properties. So on the basis of chemical properties, you can categorize matter in three groups. That is what? Element, compound, and mixture. And on the basis of physical properties, if we talk, so on the basis of physical properties, we can categorize matter again into three groups. That is, the three groups are solid, liquid, and gas. So on the basis of chemical properties, you can categorize matter into three groups, that is element, compound, and mixture. That also we need to study, but this part is actually in second chapter of chemistry, so we will discuss there this topic. Now in this particular chapter, we are going to discuss about physical properties. So physical properties के basis पर we can categorize our matter in three groups, that is what? Solid, liquid, and gas. Now we will discuss about the properties of solid, liquid, and gas. Fine. So let's wrap this part, because this we will discuss later in second chapter of chemistry, that is matter around us pure? Now in this chapter we are going to discuss about physical properties only. So let's talk about that. I'm just making a box here so that we can differentiate solid, liquid, and gas at a time only. Fine. It's very simple because we already actually learned about the properties of solid, liquid, gas in 5th, 6th, 7th standard, I think so. Even 5th standard, 4th standard में भी हमने पढ़ा है. So that all things will remain same here. It is not going to change, obviously. So simple. It's very simple. Fine. Okay. Now we are taking at first solid. So we will discuss the properties of solid here. I'm going to write here all the properties of solid. Fine. First property of solid is it will have fixed shape. This is the first property of solid. Second is fixed volume. Fixed what? Volume. Fine. Okay. Now it cannot be compressed. We are not able to compress it further. We are talking about solid here. So these are the few properties that we can write as a property of solid. So first is here is fixed volume, second is fixed shape, third is cannot be compressed further, fourth is इसकी जो डेंसिटी होती है, it will have very high density. Okay, its density is what? Very high. And next is it cannot flow. It cannot flow from one point to another point. It is not able to move. It will not have a property of fluidity. Because of that, it cannot flow from one place to another place. Fine. Okay. Now next is we will talk about intermolecular space and intermolecular force of attraction. Okay. Intermolecular force is very high. Intermolecular space is very less, or you can say no intermolecular space almost in between the atoms of solid or the particles of solid. Fine. Now last is we will discuss about kinetic energy. It's very low kinetic energy if we talk about solid. Fine. So these are the few properties that we are going to discuss here. Let's talk about all the properties one by one. At first we will talk about shape. As we know, whatever be the shape of that solid, if you are putting it in different container, then according to that container it will never change its shape. Fine now, whatever be the shape of solid, it will remain same no matter whatever be the shape of container in which you are putting this particular solid. So you can say solid ka jo shape hai, that is always fixed. Now let's talk about volume. What about volume? Volume also remain fixed. Volume of solid will never change. Fine. This is very simple. I don't think we need to explain it much more because these all things we already studied in 5th, 6th standard. Now let's talk about compressibility. If you want to compress a solid, compress means to say if you want to press it in simple word, then we are not able to pressurize that. If it is elastic body, then it's okay. Otherwise, if that is not elastic body, it is a rigid body, then if you want to compress it, then we are not able to do that. Fine. So it will have actually no compressibility at all. Why? Because there is no intermolecular space. If there is no space in between the particles, then how can we compress it? There should be some space. Then only if you are compressing it, then it will get adjusted there. But if there is no intermolecular space, then obviously we are not able to compress it. Fine. Now let's talk about density. As the particles are tightly packed there, and because of that, the density of liquid is the density of solid is what? Very high. Now let's talk about fluidity. Solid cannot flow from one point to another point. If we talk about liquid and gas, then it will have a property of fluidity. Fine. But solid में ऐसी कोई property नहीं होती है, तो solids are not able to flow from one point to another point. So it will not have fluidity property. Next is intermolecular force of attraction. That is very high here. Let's make a sample of solid. आपने बचपन में बनाया होगा. If we want to make a sample of solid, then how can we make it? Suppose I have a cube. So this is the arrangement of particles there. So we make the sample of solid like this. Fine now. We made it like this. It's very nearby to each other. There is no space in between them. This is the arrangement of particles inside the solid. There is very little bit space, or you can say no space at all in between the particles. Fine. So this is the arrangement of what? Solid particles. So as you can see here, there is no or almost negligible space between them. So what we will say, the intermolecular space is very less, or you can say the intermolecular space is negligible. Now let's talk about intermolecular force. the particles are very nearby to each other, and because of that the force of attraction between them is also very high, because particles are very close to each other, so they can attract each other with very high force. Fine now. So because of that, as the particles are very close to each other, the intermolecular force of attraction between the particles is very high. Got it? Now let's talk about kinetic energy. Kinetic energy, let me introduce you what is kinetic energy first. Kinetic energy is basically the energy possessed by any body by virtue of its motion. If any body is moving, then that moving body will contain some amount of energy. That energy is what? Kinetic energy. So as we know, particles of matter are continuously moving. हमने पढ़ा अभी particles of matter के characteristic में particles of matter are continuously moving. So no matter it is solid, liquid or gas, all are particles, so all will move continuously. Only rate of movement will be almost negligible or very slow in solid, quite fast in liquid, and gas may it will move very faster. Fine. So but still the movement will be there. So here also the particles are moving, but the rate of movement is very slow. We discussed about kinetic energy. It is what? The amount of energy possessed by any body when it is in motion. So here also particles are in motion, but the rate of motion is slow. Because of that, the kinetic energy is what? Low. Why? Because it is moving. It is moving here, but very slowly. If it is moving slowly, then obviously the value of kinetic energy will be low. If it is moving very fast, then the value of kinetic energy will be more. Now we will talk about liquid and gas here one by one. We will talk about at first shape. तो इनका shape fix होता है? No fixed shape. Okay, we will say no fixed shape. इसका volume fixed होता है? Yes, the volume is fixed here. Fine. If we are taking 1 liter of milk, then obviously if you will change the container, the shape of liquid will change, but the volume will not change. It will remain 1 liter only. Fine. Okay. Now compress. Yes, we can compress it little bit. थोड़ा बहुत कर सकते हैं, because there is some space in between liquid as compared to solid. If we make a model of liquid, then it will be like this. Fine. ऐसा कुछ बनाएंगे liquid का. So there is some space you can observe here. And अगर गैस का बनाना है तो it's that much. Fine. So this is liquid, solid and gas particles arrangement that we are doing here. Now let's talk about density. इसकी जो density होगी वो medium होगी. ये बीच में आ रहा है तो everything will be moderate here. It cannot flow. Yes, it can flow. It can flow. It will have a property of fluidity. इस property को क्या बोलते हैं? Fluidity. Because of that, the particles of matter can flow from one point to another point. Now let's talk about intermolecular force of attraction. यहाँ पर intermolecular force क्या था? Very high. यहाँ पे intermolecular force we can write it like this. Intermolecular force of attraction क्या होगा यहाँ पे? Moderate होगा. Not very high, not very low. It will be moderate. Now let's talk about intermolecular space. Intermolecular space. This is also what? Moderate. And what about kinetic energy? यहाँ पर तो particles was moving but very slow rate. So because of the very slow rate of motion of particles, the kinetic energy's value is very low. If here particles are moving with moderate rate, then kinetic energy will be what? Here moderate means to say थोड़ा सा इससे ज़्यादा kinetic energy यहाँ पर आपको मिलेगा. Now let's talk about gas. It will have a fixed shape? No, no fixed shape. It will have a fixed volume? No, even though the volume of gas is also not fixed. Can be compressed? Yes, it can be compressed. Yes, it can be compressed. हम इसको compress कर सकते हैं और ज़्यादा compress कर सकते हैं या तो little bit, but in case of gas you can compress it very easily. Now high density, medium density. इसकी density क्या होगी? It will have very low density because particles are not dense there. Density किस पर depend करती है? In a particular area, how much the number of particles there? If the number of particles in a particular area is more, then density will be high. If in a particular area the number of particles is less, then density will be low. Simple. So it cannot flow. It can flow. Yes, this is also a fluid, so it can flow. easily from one point to another point. Now we will talk about intermolecular force of attraction. What about intermolecular force of attraction? Here the particles are very apart from each other, and because of that the bonding between them is very less. So we can say the intermolecular force of attraction is least here, very less, least among all these three if you are comparing. So the intermolecular force of attraction between the particles of gases is what? Least. Now intermolecular space, this is very high. There are lots of space in between the particles, so what we will say, intermolecular space is very high here. Now let's talk about kinetic energy. Kinetic energy भी यहाँ पे क्या होगी? Very high, because there are lots of space in between the particles and particles are moving here in very fast rate. Here particles are moving but there is no space, so they are not able to move even. They are vibrating at their own position only. They are moving but they are vibrating at their own position only. Why? Because there is no space. So how can they move from one place to another? If the movement is going on, then it is very slow, even though we are not able to identify. So we will say here the kinetic energy is least. And if we are talking about gas, so there are lots of space in between them. Particles are highly energetic, so they are moving in very fast rate. Because of that, kinetic energy is very high in case of what? Gas. We need to learn these all properties of solid, liquid and gases. In exam, they are going to ask you properties of solid, liquid or gases and compare the properties of few of the properties of solid, liquid and gases. So we need to learn these all properties. Okay, it is very simple. Few of the property we already know. Actually all of the property we already know. Only few of them we discussed, we not discussed in standard 5th, 6th, I think so. So that we will learn here only. Fine. Okay. So this is solid, liquid and gases properties that we discussed here. Now let's move to next topic. We discussed here about the compressibility. Are we able to compress solid? तो हमने लिखा no. Are we able to compress liquid? तो little bit, मतलब almost नहीं ही, but थोड़ा बहुत कर सकते हैं. But are we able to compress gas? तो yes, we can compress. We have few example in which by compressing gas we are converting it in different state, that is liquid. So by providing pressure or by compressing, gas can be converted into liquid. There are few examples that I am going to write here. That is CNG, compressed natural gas. Okay, LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, and oxygen cylinder, जो कि hospital में होता है. These all are the example in which we are actually compressing gas. Here what we are doing? We are compressing gas and converting it into liquid. So by providing compression, we can convert gas into liquid. But in case of liquid, if you are compressing it, then obviously you are not able to convert it into solid. But in case of gas, if you are compressing it, then you can convert it into what? Liquid. There are some circumstances, and at that circumstances only it will happen, but still by compressing we can convert gas into liquid. Okay, so let's move to next topic. Are we able to change the state of matter? Are we able to change the state of matter? Yes, we can change the state of matter. Right now we can change the state of matter. How come? अभी आपको देखती हूँ, मैं example दिखाती हूँ. Suppose we have solid, then we can convert it into liquid, and liquid also can be converted into gas. It's a very simple flow chart that I am going to explain here. By learning this flow chart only, you can explain all the terms which we will discuss later here. Okay, so this particular solid will change into liquid if you will provide heat, and this process is called what? Melting. If you will provide heat, then solid will convert into liquid, and this process is what? Melting. Now if you heat liquid again, then it will convert into what? Gas. You can define this as, आप इसको क्या बोल सकते हो? Boiling. Fine. Melting and boiling. Now let's, अभी हम लोग इसको cool करेंगे. By cooling, this process is defined as condensation. If you will condensate it, then gas will convert into liquid. Now पहले हमने heat किया, now this time we are cooling it. Okay, after cooling this, it will convert into solid. This is defined as what? Freezing. So this flowchart defined that there are few methods by which we can change the state of matter. Here, by providing heat energy to solid, we are converting it into liquid. This process is defined as what? Melting. If we are converting liquid into gas, then we have to provide heat energy, and this process is defined as what? Boiling. Again, if you have a gas and you are cooling it and converting it into liquid, then it is this process named as what? Condensation. If you are converting liquid by cooling into solid, it is defined as what? Freezing. So there are few methods or few processes, because of that you are able to convert the state of matter. So the question is, are we able to convert the state of matter? So yes, we can do this. There are lots of processes that by using that you can convert the state of matter. Okay. Now we will talk about kinetic energy again. Let's suppose I have ice. Okay, this is ice cube that I am taking here. It is in solid state, and you can observe here ice is in solid state. Fine. If you want to convert this ice into liquid water, then abhi humne kya padha? We need to provide heat. When you will provide heat, this particular solid will convert into liquid. When you are providing heat, then what you are actually doing? We are just tending to break the intermolecular force of attraction. Sorry. What we are doing here? We are tending to break the intermolecular force of attraction between them. And if you are able to do that, the bond will break, the particles will get apart from each other, and because of that, the intermolecular space between them will increase, and because of that, this solid will get converted into liquid. Same phenomenon we can use in conversion of liquid into gases. These all things we will discuss in our next video. Okay, so I am concluding this video or this session here only. Remaining portion we will discuss in our next video. Thank you.